President Obama didn't live through September 11. I did. President Obama didn't almost, have a building fall on him. Myself and my police commissioner and my fire commissioner did, and I lost 10 of my very close friends. Excuse me, it's a little bit emotional for me, but it's also real. These people are dangerous. When they start chopping the heads of Christians off, when they start bombing Jews, we're moving in a direction that is exceedingly dangerous.
All right. Again, as we've discussed, folks, unfortunately, Rudy took it back kind of in the Wall Street Journal editorial that he wrote today. Joining us now is Hank Sheinkopf, Democratic strategist, Newsmax analyst, and president of Sheinkopf Communications. You should be wearing 3 hats right now. One.
I actually have 3 heads, but you don't see them.
No, I don't. I only say it's amazing.
You need those special glasses.
All right.
Yeah.
Willful blindness or something. All right. Rudy Giuliani, when he said what he said, as a private citizen,
Right.
as a kind of an intruder guest at this 21 Club, he wasn't invited, he didn't give a paid speech or anything. What'd you make of it?
He looked a little outrageously crazy, but there's some truth to all the things he said. There would have been a better way to say them. That was probably not the most politic way to say it.
Well, what was there truth in?
That the country's in danger, that he and many Americans are very concerned about the direction the president is not taking with respect to ISIS and terrorism generally throughout the world.
Why doesn't the media make a bigger deal about the fact that then Senator Obama actually did say that George W. Bush, the sitting president, was unpatriotic with regard to the budget and the deficit? Why don't they make a bigger deal that President Obama called Republicans enemies to a Latino audience, and that he said that Republicans could come on the car, but they got to ride in the back?
Hold on. Are you trying to tell me that there's a bias
Yeah,
in
but
the major,
so with that bias, why don't
mainstream
Republicans, you're a strategist, why don't they fire back and say what I'm saying instead of saying, oh, you're right, I went too far, I'm sorry?
Because Republicans are afraid of being called racist, and they look at voter turnout, particularly voter turnout and behavior and performance and attitudes in the suburbs, primarily suburban women, and they see when race is raised as an issue in any way, shape, or form, Republican voting patterns in the suburbs of our cities tend to decline to no good. That's the issue.
All right, now let's bring up, speaking of no good.
Suburban moms are a problem. That's why you got to be careful about race.
Speaking of no good, in my opinion, Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Yes.
She was one of the first out there to criticize Rudy Giuliani, and now there's as Mediaite puts it, buried inside a Politico report about DNC chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, her future aspirations was a revelation. When she sensed Obama was considering to replace her in 2013 as DNC chairman, they say she began to line up supporters to suggest the move was both anti-woman and anti-Semitic. I mean, I can't think of anything more despicable.
Well, it goes back to the old political phrase, it depends whose ox is being gored. When the shoe is on one foot and it fits, you wear it. When it doesn't fit, you throw it away. Here's an example of how politics really works, Republican or Democrat. If it ain't mine, it must be destroyed. She's no different. The president, would he have fired her? Not likely. Would he have been displeased with her? Surely. Would he have done it in a way that would have appeared less public? You bet.
Yeah, and she would have made those claims.
Well, it would have been a terrible day for everybody, right?
Yeah, no, well, it just never ceases to amaze me. All right.
I'm amazed.
All right, Hillary Clinton, new report out today that Hillary Clinton, complete with graphs and all that. Can I show you a chart? Who said that? Al Gore. Remember that one?
He invented the internet.
Yeah, and charts. He invented charts, too. Hillary Clinton, when
but he did not discover America.
No, that he did not do.
Correct.
His father might have.
His father was a good man.
While his father voted against the civil rights legislation, he discovered America. Anyway, I thought we'd throw that in. Hillary Clinton paid women when she was senator apparently 70 cents or 72 cents on the dollar. Here's another thing she's going to have to explain.
This is a filmmaker's dream. She is a filmmaker's dream because the commercials that can be created, a great copywriter could do extraordinary work for a great filmmaker that could create great imagery and just rip her to shreds.
All right, so is she going to be the nominee? Is she going to run? Is she going to be the nominee? Because you always expressed doubt.
As I've said on this program many times, who knows? It's a long time between here and there. And a lot of things can happen. If the Republicans are very strong and she looks like she's going to take a whack, and the Republicans seem to look better every day because the president looks worse.
All right, but does that mean, but she's going to have to decide in the next several months whether or not she's going to announce. Will she announce?
Let's go back. 1 month in politics is akin to 20 centuries in anything else.
All right. I want to touch real quickly on this Iran. There's this report out today, AP report out of Geneva,
sure,
that says this deal with Iran and Obama, first 10 years, inspections, this, that, it'll be, under control, so to speak. Next, after that, Iran could do whatever they want, get all the nuclear weapons they want.
There is no doubt that we should trust what the Associated Press says, and we should listen to people who actually know something. If you let them begin on the way, which has already happened, they will finish the job. They are very clear. Anybody who knows anything about Iran, about the Ayatollahs, about Shia Islam knows they are waiting for the appearance of the great Mahdi. It is part of their theology, and that will only occur when there's a world conflagration. If I were an Israeli, I would be worried, but if I were a Saudi, I would be more worried.
All right, there it is from the great Hank Sheinkopf, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Always
Thank
good to see you. Wait a minute. I see the three heads now.
Well, I also have a fourth, but I'm hiding it for you.
That's amazing. All right, John McLaughlin joins us next, folks, with some great polling numbers. Don't go away.